ברוכים הבאים. On behalf of my wife Nitza, over there, my daughter Abigail and myself, we are extremely happy to welcome you here today. This is not the traditional Day of Independence reception. In case you ask yourself, this year we decided to call off the reception. I don't know if you know, but we had a strike, of which 3 weeks we were at the office, but we didn't do much. Some people can ask, what do you usually when we don't have a strike? And for 9 days the office was closed. I've been to Israel. So we had to cut some of our activity, and we've decided to this year to do without the Day of Independence reception. So if it is not the Day of Independence reception, what is it after all? This is a small event, reception, to tell you thank you. Everybody here is here because of a reason. We couldn't do any of what we do, and I hope we do a little bit, without your help, without your support. So everybody that was invited here, and again, we have a very small group today here of about 100 people, has a special contribution to what the Consulate is doing. So again, from the bottom of our heart, my family, the Consulate, I would like to thank you very much for being here today and for helping us all along the year. And I think it deserves applause. This event will be followed very soon by a concert, which might be the peak of our annual jazz festival, the second Israeli jazz festival in Chicago. We had, the start was last year, this is the second year. We couldn't do this festival without the support of all our sponsors, and without the support of our main partners, the JUF, and I would like to thank all the members of the JUF that are here today. Thank you very much. I would like also to mention there were many people that were involved in the jazz festival. Actually, all the Consulate was working as one team, but I would like to mention Maya and Michelle, who were leading this effort. Maya, Michelle, where are you? Raise your hands. Where is Michelle? Thank you very much, ladies. We all appreciate the effort that you did. The Jazz Festival is not the only effort that is leading our agenda this week. We have another challenge at one of the universities around Chicago. This is the DePaul University. I think the activities that we are doing is going between peaks like the Jazz Festival into things that we have to do, not because we want to do, like fighting BDS. In DePaul we have a very small team of very, I would say, devoted small number of activists. I would like to mention the name. I think they deserve it. They all do a great job. And unlike other universities, they are outnumbered. So Jesse, thank you, Jesse. Cameron, you had a great interview today, WBZ. Sarah, Emily, Efrat, David, and the two ladies that are a powerhouse in our Consulate, Stacy and Lauren. Thank you very much. And last but not least, Professor Reznikov, who is a veteran of a previous challenge that we had with the Summer Hummus. Professor Reznikov, are you still around? Thank you very much for all your efforts. Indeed, I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression. This was a very good year. This is a very good year. and this will be a very good year for us. Talking about academy, University of Chicago, any representative from University of Chicago here? You can raise your hands. The partnership between University of Chicago and Ben-Gurion University is really second to none. As we speak, I think Professor Zimmer is just about to go to Israel. Professor Karmi is about to come to Chicago. Northwestern University, we have some representatives. I saw Michael Simon before. Northwestern University, if I tell about each university that it is second to none, I mean it sounds, but again second to none. Professor Moti Shapiro took the leadership. I think he took with him 21 deans to Israel. Their partnership is mainly with Tel Aviv University, again. And the universities that doesn't have a representative other than Stacy, I believe, which is Indiana University. Again, Professor McRobbie went to Israel. Now the provost went to Israel. The point I'd like to make is that as much as we speak about criticism and challenges that we face in some universities, at the end of the day, and that's important to remember, the relationship between leading academic institutions all over the Midwest and Israel are only getting better and better, and I think it's important for all of us to remember that. But, my friends, it's not only academy. Also, in the business sector, we are doing very good. Next month, we are going to sign a memorandum of understanding with the state of Michigan. I know since most of us come from Chicago, you think we are working only in Chicago. That's not true. We have 11 states all over the Midwest. Michigan is one of them. We are about to sign a memorandum of understanding on R&D in the field of industry with the governor of Michigan, Mr. Rick Snyder. We are going to have 2 workshops in the field of cybersecurity, one in Michigan, one in Chicago. Water technology. For the second year in a row, we are going to have a water technology workshop in Chicago. Last year it was inaugurated by the mayor, Mr. Remy Emanuel. We are in the process of developing also significant relationship in the field of high tech. This is vis-a-vis 1871. I guess most of you know it. We are doing a lot. But, and this is going to be my last point, the relationship between Israel and America is not only between Israel and the Midwest, as much as I would like to think about it sometimes. I think the federal relationship and the national relationship, everything that goes between Jerusalem and Washington. I know much has been said about it, but my advice to you, to everybody, is to keep some distance and to understand that with hurdles here and there, what we call in diplomatic language, hiccups, at the end of the day, those relationships, I'm going to use this idiom for the first time tonight, are really second to none. I think the relationship, the strategic relationship between Israel and the United States are leaning on common values, 2 very strong democracies. It might be easier to be a democracy here, but 6,000 miles east of here, this is not easy to maintain a democracy. And yet Israel is one of the strongest democracies in the world without having the First Amendment. We don't have First Amendment, we don't have Second, we don't have Fifth. Without those amendments, Israel managed to maintain a very strong democracy, and let nobody confuse you about it. But it's not only the common values, it's also the shared interest. I think Israel was the best protector of American interest in the Middle East. It is definitely the case today when the Middle East, basically the Arab Middle East, is falling apart following the Arab Spring, or what was called once the Arab Spring. I think together maybe with the UK, Australia and Canada, Israel is one of the 4 best allies of the United States all over the world. And last but not least, there is nowadays also a new element to this partnership with the economic element. more and more American companies are opening branches in Israel, General Motors and you name it, in the field mainly of high-tech. Many we are talking about R&D centers in Kiryat Gat, in Haifa, in Herzliya, and also Israeli high-techs are being sold to Israel, to American companies. So indeed, the economic element has been, I think, is a new element that has been introduced to this strategic alliance. My friend, since I'm losing my voice, I think that's a good sign that I have to end. I'd like to thank you again for joining us tonight, and to draw your attention that now it's 20 minutes to 7. At 7 o'clock they are going to open all the doors downstairs, so we are going to have a wave of people running downstairs, and at 7:30 the show will start. Thank you very much for coming today, and we really appreciate it. Have a great concert.